Beware of this Harijiwan Singh Khalsa, who now professes to be a Kundalini Yoga teacher, teaches Yogi Bhajan's Kundalini Yoga. He was indicted and served 18 months in federal prison for telemarketing and mail fraud, tax fraud as well. I spoke to him last in about 2008. He told me, I'm in the yoga business now, and I don't want anybody to know about my past. I think it's necessary to people to know what I believe is Harijivan's true nature here, interested in lining his pockets. You can see all of the court documents here on my website at gurmukhyoga.com. This criminal indictment against Harijiwan Singh Khalsa. You can also view all of the documents on Facebook. Recently, I did some research to see just how much restitution Harijiwan still owes to his victims. And by calling the court there in District of Colorado, United States District Court, District of Colorado, I found that he still owes $116,000 to his victims, and he's only paying $500 a month. Now, I think by the look of the expense of his yoga classes, he probably could be paying more money on that restitution. But instead, he chooses only to pay $500 a month. And at that rate, I calculated that he would never pay it off, the amount that he owes, before he can stop paying. There's a 20 years from the entry of judgment that he has to pay this off, and after that 20 years he doesn't have to pay it anymore. So I would suspect that he'll still owe around $68,000 if he continues at the $500 a month. Now, if you're a yoga student taking Harijivan's classes, I think it would be very interesting to ask him what he's thinking now in not paying all of this restitution, and why he charges so much for his yoga classes. My question is, and I believe, that Harijiwan really doesn't believe what he's teaching, and he's only doing it for the money. His teachings are against Sikh teachings, and he uses the Hindu yoga. He professes to be a Sikh, and I think now he's only trying to cash in on the craze over yoga. These yoga students, they're paying thousands of dollars to Harijiwan. It's really a load of manure what he's teaching. You can see here a poster by him, Navigating the 11 Time Streams. What nonsense. I knew this guy for at least 20 years and worked with him. And believe me when I tell you that what he's after is your money. Here he is with several Hindu gods and goddesses, professing this woo-woo stuff, being a great healer of the Aquarian age. When in fact, like I said, I think what he's really after is your hard-earned cash. So beware of this guy. Here's an article that was in the Denver Post about him. It says, Toner Bandit gets prison term. A Los Angeles man dubbed the Toner Bandit has been ordered to spend 24 months in prison and pay $155,371 to hundreds of customers in a mail and tax frauds case. Harijiwan Singh Khalsa, 43, tried to swindle more than 1,060 people of $315,000, 218 by using fraudulent invoices, the U.S. Attorney's Office said on Wednesday. So, is he trying to swindle your money too? Ask him sometime if you're one of his students. I think Harijiwan is following in the footsteps of Yogi Bhajan. Here's an article in the register guard, Yogi's legacy in question about Yogi Bhajan. Former followers say he abused his position for power, money, and sex. And Harijiwan, by the way, says that he took more tantric yoga classes from Yogi Bhajan than any other person in history. He traveled with these ill-gotten gains, by the way, to all of these tantric yoga classes all over the country. And now he says that he's been influenced by this tantric yoga and by Yogi Bhajan. He teaches, in fact, Yogi Bhajan Kundalini Yoga. And is this the kind of teacher you want? Who's been indicted and convicted of fraud? Here's more nonsense that Harijiwan has been teaching. He says, a message from Harijiwan. You hear the heavens trying to speak to the humans. And he's got all these YouTube videos and videos out there about the Mahan Tantric. Looks like Harijiwan is trying to show his viewers that he's the chosen one to receive constant cosmic updates via cyberspace from Yogi Bhajan on the upcoming Aquarian age. You should watch his videos sometimes. They're complete nonsense. Dr. Shalochan Singh in 1977 said about Yogi Bhajan, he, Yogi Bhajan, sincerely believes that he can fool the ignorant American Sikhs to believe that he is the super messiah of the age, and they at least must believe that he is greater than the Sikh gurus, and he has done what the gurus were unable to do. We will study in detail how he built himself as the Western Pope of the Sikhs, the only Mahan Tantric in the world, and perhaps the only person who could tell so many lies about himself and make every American followers of his believe it. If the Americans want to understand and practice true meditations of Sikhs' faith and move on the path with humility and wisdom as Sikh saints all over the world have done, they will have to throw all this rubbish that Yogi Bhajan is stuffing into their minds into the dustbin and take it for granted that his knowledge of Sikh mysticism and the Khalsa holy order is pedestrian and less than elementary. So this tells you about what Yogi Bhajan, how he's viewed by traditional Sikh scholars and historian. And now this Harijiwan is following his footsteps. Again, I think it's just to get your money. He charges, I saw prices on his website that are ridiculous, like $3,600 for teacher training and all these courses. It's just absurd. These teachings, real Sikh teachings and teachings should be given away for free. Again, Harijiwan puts all these rubbish videos on the internet, and he spends a lot of money on these videos. I mean, I constantly see ads for him on Google, on YouTube. He's really promoting this thing. He says here, the transmission energy of the chakras has changed, allowing for the new experiences of spiritual radiance, mental sharpness, and physical harmony. Use the zenith solstice energy to explore the internal Aquarian mind space of heightened sensory consciousness now that the ring past knot boundaries have dissolved into the Piscean past. It's complete rubbish, woo thinking. Well, I hope you visit my website, gurmukhyoga.com, read more about this. You'll see on my website that it is forbidden in the Sikh Maryada or the Sikh Code of Conduct for Sikhs to practice the influence of stars, magic spells, incantations, omens, auspicious times, days, and occasions, or horoscopic dispositions. This is Article 10, Article 16, Chapter 10, Article 16. So I ask, why do these 3HO Kundalini yogis like Harijiwan teach this nonsense? Because it makes them piles of money. New Agers want to believe in magic and an easy way to salvation. I think that's the key. People want to believe in an easy way and magical woo-woo stuff.
Thank you for your time. Waheguਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ.